Good day, everyone. Today we will be diving into the HTML attribute. HTML attribute, it's just all about if you want to add more additional features to all the HTML tags, like the H1 tag, the P tag, and the rest. So now, if you want to add more functionalities to it, like style and anything, so that's just all about the HTML attribute. So first of all, let's first look into the A tag. So now, if I should use the A tag, which is the anchor tag, that's the one used to link page, right? So now the attribute used for A tag is what is href, meaning hypertext reference. This what it means that this where the URL is referring to, right? And this place is where I will insert the text that the user outside there will see. Like if I should write click to visit Google page, for example, click to visit what Google page. So now it's basically means that what this is where I will insert the URL whereby wherever a user has clicked on this click to visit Google page, that it will refer that person to. So now this will now let me to explain the types of links that we have. We have two types of links. So the first one is called the absolute link, and the second one is called the relative link. Absolute link simply means like any link that is outside your computer. If you want to source for a page, or for a website, or for any page that you want to source that is outside your computer, like the Google website, like the Facebook, like the Jam, any website that you can think of, so that is not within your computer. So it means what the link is absolute, right? While the relative is any link that is within your computer environment. Now, for example, now if I should write the Google website here, google.com. Now it means if I should preview my website, and it means that wherever a user has clicked on this, it will direct that person to the Google page. Now it's because I'm not connected to internet, I would have clicked on it, but if I should click on it now, you see that it has shown google.com here. So it means that it will refer that person to Google website. But that's clear, right? So that's all about the absolute link. So now that's the first tag now. The first attribute here is href, meaning hypertext reference. So now the second thing that I would like to dive into is what we call the src. src is an attribute used for image. If I should choose image, and src is the source for the image. For example, now if I should let me upload an image, if I to put an image into this website now, and sres I've uploaded. Now I've attached, I have taken in the picture that I want to upload, which I've inserted here, right? So now if I want, now meaning this link now basically means that it is relative, because now these pictures are within my computer environment. So this is one example of what of relative. So if I want this img tag to see this image that I have uploaded, I will just put it within this src tag by clicking here, and then web page. If I should save it and I preview it, you can see now that it has been uploaded. Now my image is working fine. That's all about the image attribute, which is src. And another one is this alt. This alt means alternative. It means that if this web page, this image is not showing, it will tell the user it will give the user a hint that this is all about this image. Now let's assume now the image that I've uploaded now, it's more of like a registration form. I can just put a registration here. Registration, for example, I can say registration logo, that is, or registration picture. That is, meaning if this is not working, if this page is not, now let me break this page now, then break it by, now if it's not working, it will give the user a hedge. That, can you see that? It will give the user an hint that this is a this is a registration logo. So now that's the second attribute that we've used for what, for image. Let's also use another attribute for image. And another attribute is, now if you can preview this, you can see that this image is very big, it's too large for us, so we can reduce it with this attribute for height by specifying. And if you want to measure height, you can use the pixel or percentage. If I should use 50 pixel, and the second one is the width, that if you want to measure the width of this thing, and I can also put 50 pixel. If I should save it and preview, you'll see now that our image is now what resized to a smaller image, right? So now that's all about what the image attribute. Now we've learned about 3 attributes. Now we've learned for href, which is for anchor. We've learned for src, that source, the alternative alt, and the height and width, for which are for image. Oh, but that's clear. So now the next thing that I will also dive into is all about the style attribute. This style attribute is so important in web, because almost if, by the time we start our CSS, you will learn more about this style attribute. This style attribute, we use it to achieve a lot of properties and values in the HTML and the CSS. For example, now if I should use my h1 tag now, and I say welcome to my website, for example, I go to my website, and if I should attach the style attribute, if I should attach it here, and I put, let's assume now that I want to color this output, I can put this color and I say blue. Now it means that normally the default text is supposed to be black, but now I have extended this functionality by adding the style attribute of color as a the property, while blue as the value. So now it has now changed. Now without this attribute, now if I should cancel this out, if I should cancel this style, it means that the default will be will be back. That's all about the style attribute. Now if I should go put back, if I should say color and say blue, now our text will now be color blue. So now that's all about the style attribute. We use it to style a lot of things, like the background. We use like text alignment, the font size, font family, a lot of things that we can use style attributes to achieve, which we also dive into in our upcoming videos. Now basically the syntax for attributes, this is just this src is what we call the name, why this is the value. That's just the syntax, the name and the value. So anything that you can use to extend the functionality of the tag, that's all about the HTML, the attribute. And now what I would love to bring more is the lang attribute. This lang attribute is just for us now. Although the browsers that you are using now, they have their algorithms that they are using, so now automatically all the browsers now can now detect any language that you are using to code. But now the default one, which we've known that it is English, right? So now that's why, even if you can check this now, you will see now that HTML and is extended with this lang attribute, and it's what is for English. It means that now that I'm writing for English. So that's why, so that all my output will be encoded properly. So now let's assume now that I want to write in Arabic, I can just put the AR tag, and this AR means for, so we have the language code for everything. And if you want to learn more about the language code for all languages that we have in the world, go and check Google language, so you will see more about the code. So that's all about the language attribute. So the language attribute is inserted within your HTML tag. That's clear. So the next thing that I'll also dive into is all about the title attribute. We've learned here that title is all about if you want like that's the name that our website is carrying, right? So the one that used to show at the top of our our URL, our tabs. So now we can also use this style attribute. Let me use h2 here. We can use it to, like, there's something that we called info tip, or you can call int, or we call it tooltip. That is, these Right now, if I show over my mouse on this, you see that a small blocks will come out. This is what they call info tip, or you can call it tool tip, or you can call it int. So we can use title to achieve that. By saying title, now let's say that this let's say my heading, that is wherever the user over. Let me now write the output here. Let's say heading 2. It means that wherever a user over the mouse on this tag, it will give the user a hint. Now, if I show over my mouse on this, you can see that my heading is popping out. You can see that my heading. You can see my heading. So this is all about the language, the title attribute. So now we can use title, the one under the head tag. It's used to describe the name given to the website, right? While the one used as attribute, it's just to give us more hint about that particular thing. So particularly, that's all about the what. In summary, attribute is all about giving more functionality to a particular task, right? And secondly is if you want if you want the tag to do more work, you want to add more styling to the tags. So that's why we use attribute, and the formula to it is the name. Like this is the name, and while this is the what, and while this is the attribute. So now almost all the tags that we have in HTML have attribute. That is, you can add more functionalities to it. So that's all about attribute. See you in my next video, and make sure don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye bye.